Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over a coin called Enjin coin today. Very good coin. I like it. I do like it a lot. Here it is right here, trading 51 cents. Staying even today. It's a very good coin. Look at this right here. 1 billion. Most of the supply is out. That's good. It's traded a lot of places. This is a metaverse. This is a gaming token, metaverse token, where instead of actually, say for example, you want to go into a coin that just solely does NFTs, this is more of the infrastructure of that. This is more of an infrastructure play. So this is a very good coin for the gaming sector. Massive amounts of followers, over 500,000 followers on Twitter, and that's really good. But I'm going to go into the technicals. Here's the deal. I'm going to show you something today. So sit back, grab a cup of coffee, and what you're going to learn today is going to probably make you 1,000 times % better trader, understanding the markets. And I can probably pretty much assure you that just by watching this video. Like I said, sit back, grab a cup of coffee, and I'm going to show you some things. What's going on here with Enjin. Okay, I'm going to show you. I'm going to go through this process. This video is going to take a little bit of time, and I'm going to show you some things. How I sussed out this coin for you guys. Okay, not just for me. For you guys that are going to watch the video and watch it all the way to the end. And while you're at it, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. This is how you really do it. This is how you really do it. Instead of going off what the media tells you, what other people tell you. So here we go. Enjin coin. It is a very bullish coin. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna let you know something. Enjin coin is still in a wave 3, and most people don't even realize it. They think it's going to 0, right? All the bears are out. Oh, it's got to go to 0. Let's see. Let's go ahead and find out. Here's the deal with Enjin coin. Okay, I'm gonna go out to the weekly chart and take a look at some stuff. I got some counts on there. I didn't want to remove them, remove these for you yet. You see this massive right here? There's a massive amount of on the RSI, telling you that's a third wave. That's the third wave right there. Plain as day, right? We got another one over here. That's an impulse wave right there, guys. That's an impulse wave. I checked both of them. Here's the third wave, and now it's doing this this correction. Now, I know where people are going to make the mistake with this coin. They're going to make it right here. Okay, so this is what we're going to review real quick. I'm going to show you some things. This section right here. Okay, and it looks like an impulse, doesn't it? Looks like a fifth wave. Well, here's the deal. I'm going to break it down, and we're going to review it real quick. Okay, go over this, because this is all the correction that Enjin's doing right here. Okay, very deep correction, and it is fourth wave correction. This is a fourth wave correction right here that it's doing. As long as it doesn't come in the price territory of this wave 1 at 24 cents, it can do that. I'm going to show you some proof. It's called wave 4 ratios. This is how deep the wave 4s can correct. 15% of the time, they'll correct up to 30%. Wave 4s will retrace between 30 and 50%, 60% of the time. And 15% of the time, they'll retrace 50 to 62%. And 10% of the time, they'll retrace more than that, okay? This is statistical data going, looking at waves all the way back to the 1930s, okay? So if anybody tells you it's too deep of a correction for a wave 4, they're wrong. They're wrong. They don't know, they don't understand that they can actually go very deep. They can. But here, we're going to talk about this. That's how I'm going to show you why this is not impulsive in going through this and reviewing it with you guys, okay? And take our time here with it. First thing, wave 3 peak right there on the RSI on the daily. We have another peak right here on the a wave peak. So you have a peak and a peak. For one, if this was impulsive, this peak should be over here, higher. This peak should be less. you can plainly see that there is 1, 2, there's your third wave right there, 4, 5. There's 5 waves right there. Now you have this wave. Okay, here's a third wave peak right there, right? And wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how I would label it. 1, I'm leaving the wicks out, okay, guys? 2, 3, 4, 5, like that, okay? Now, what some people are probably going to do, like they're doing with Bitcoin, is they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Well, the fourth wave is in the price territory of wave 1, okay? So since it is, then you could do it and make what's called a diagonal, right? So with a, this is an ending diagonal. If that's what it would be, this would be an ending diagonal like so, okay, guys? Just like so. Here's the thing. Here's the problem with that. If you go, this is one thing I like to refer to because it's quick. With an ending diagonal, all 5 waves must be zigzags, okay? You see that? With an ending, all 5 waves must be zigzags. This is not a zigzag. Neither is this. This is, you can't get a zigzag out of that for it to be a diagonal. These moves would have to be zigzag. So a zigzag in here and a zigzag in this move. They're not. They're not, guys. It's an ABC move that came up to just like this. It's A, B, C that went past and broke all-time highs. Now, let's get into the correction because the correction is almost over, not quite done. All right, now the other reason too, before I begin, is I went through this third wave and I broke down the waves, okay? So this third wave has 5 waves in it. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's the second wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. Okay, there's a third wave peak. So here's a third wave peak over here. That's the 5th of the 3rd, down for the 4th, 5th. Second wave, 1, 2, up for the 3rd right here. Peak, down 4, 5. Okay, divergence on that wave. And then you got one right here, 1, 2, 3, third wave peak, 4, 5. That's an ending diagonal actually right in there. That's what it did, a diagonal type move. You can't include anything with that. So I have my 5 waves in my third wave that it did right here. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the wave that it did. Completed wave. Okay, I want to show you that. So here's the other issue. We know this. I know that this is a third wave. I know that this is a corrective wave. Okay, so now you have a 5 wave back here. So more than likely, this is 1, this is your 2, here's your 3, and then it's coming in, complete that 4, going in for a 5 like that. I'll show that at the end, okay? So right now, we're in the this area. So back here in 2018, it hit that peak. But this is a different wave than this wave. It can go into the price territory of this wave, okay? It can go into that price, just not this one at 24 cents. To bust that. And I don't think that it is. I think it's going to come very close to it and make people wonder what's going on with this coin. So here's the other thing. I know that this completed right here. Okay. I'm going through this, show you how I did do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like so. Okay. Now you take out the line chart, you can plainly see that this 5th wave went down below it, taking out the wicks. Sometimes you got to do that. There's no coverage there in that 4. Here's the lowest peak on the RSI on the daily, making bullish divergence, telling you that's an impulse move. Problem is that now that becomes an A. There's a 5 wave, and you need another 5 wave over here to complete it. Okay? So here's what I'm going to do, show you. Now that I'm on this line chart, I'm going to remove this. Now that I'm on the line chart, I'm going to take a fib retracement and retrace this A wave to this B wave. Okay? So one of the areas you want to look for on a B wave for what's called an expanded flat is 1.05 area, which is right there. It pierced right through the 1.05 and it can actually go higher than that. So that's what I actually think that Enjin Coin's doing. So now over here needs to be 5 waves. Okay, let me put it back on the candles for you. You can plainly see right here is a third wave peak. Okay, no coverage. So With Enjin coin, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a massive first wave, and then ABC. And then now, if on this one here, I have a peak, but it came down. But if you check other, like the 12-hour chart, here's that peak, it's lower again. So more than likely, the third wave ended there, which makes sense, is why it's making a triangle. I'm going to go back out to the daily, show you guys something, if you're following me. And since this is a triangle, if you take the time of this wave to here, the peak of that wave is more or less 36 days, okay? So there's going to be a relationship with this triangle, which I think is a fourth wave, from the time that it started that correction over here so far is 30 days. Probably going to drag out a lot longer, maybe 45 days. So we got some time that's going on right there with that triangle, okay? Just because Bitcoin is going to be going up, let's say Bitcoin is going up, guys, and it's completed correction, this still has to complete this correction, okay? It'll just make it do different things and might not be as shallow as an example. So here's a 5 and here's a 5. I'm pretty sure that's a 4 and that's a 2. So 1, 2. Not a very shallow correction for a 2. It's not very shallow correction at all. If I just check that, it only hit 0.382, which can second wave corrections hit 0.382? 38%. So there you go, 38% on that wave too. They do hit that 38%, only 12% of the time. So it had a shallow correction on a wave two. And now the peak of this fourth wave is a correction. So I'm going to double check that because this whole thing's a third wave right here, all the way down to there. Okay. Is that acceptable for a fourth wave? Yeah, 236. Take it off log, didn't hit it. That's why I don't like off log, but it went beyond 236, which is an acceptable fourth wave correction, guys. And so what's it going to do? It's going to make a fifth wave. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then down for a 5. More than likely, you have an extended first wave and you have a regular sized third wave. So more than likely, this fifth wave will just probably go right to that area, more or less about 28, 29 cents or something like that, because this wave is so long. If you take a length of what percentage of the third wave is the longest wave, so more likely it's going to be first so long. The first wave went so long, and then this third wave is more of a normal size, and then probably have a shorter fifth wave, in my opinion, guys. That's why it's going to come out like that. So now I know that this is an expanded flat. I'm going to check it with the wicks and without the wicks. So here's without the wicks down to there, and more or less about 2.0. It's already at 1.618. Can pass there, make that fourth wave, and then come down. Probably touch that 2.0 areas where I'd be expecting it. And you know, it can come down here, but that breaks a whole sequence of 2.618 down to 14 cents. Okay. More than likely, I think it's going to probably hit that area and really, really question people what they think is going on with this coin right above that first wave, which is right there. Okay. And in this area too, you can see is basically what I would be looking for on Enjin coin right there. Now, if it does go past this, then all bets are off. Then this whole count sequence can change, but I don't think so. I'm going to give you another argument. So 29 cents, the 28 to 30 cents is going to be the target for Enjin coin, or anywhere in between there, between 40 cents to 28 cents, okay, is a target area for it, okay, and down, and it'll make a good amount of bullish divergence. And also too, it could drag out for a while. You got to realize that it could be way over here and make like a diagonal type move, okay? So now the overall count for Enjin, I'll go back out to the weekly, or no, the 3-day, and show you guys. Here is your flat, just like so, okay? A flat move. Here is your zigzag for alternation. For those that want to know about that, alternation, that's a zigzag. So zigzag and a flat in the fourth wave, extreme flat. So what is it doing? It's going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's going to go up on a 5. Okay. Now it has another one back here. What's it going to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Enjin's going to come up. It's going to pop all the way back up. It's going to retrace most of that again, and then it's going to go back up. Enjin is still in a third wave. Okay. So if I take fib and I'm going to check this first wave, right? I'm going to check the whole third wave right here, like this. So I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to check the third wave. Okay. The third wave target more or less would be somewhere right about 6.18 or about $5 from there to there. So probably about $5. You'll see something for Enjin. Right here would be the target for Enjin. Right in that area. It could get up to 786, but don't count on that. So now that I have that target, it's going to retrace on another fourth wave. It's going to drag out for a long time. This is going to be probably, because it's from back here, this fourth wave is probably even going to be longer than this wave. It might even be 2 years long, guys. But the good news is you can play this both ways. So now I got another third wave, right? Up to there. And then it's going to correct over here and probably will end up right around $14 or $15. Okay. And you can get it down here, sell it up here, short it up here, rebuy it up here, write it up there. And then ultimately Enjin will make that and will probably crash over here. Maybe not that far, but it'll come down quite a bit. Something like that, guys. Something at least to the 50%, back down to 50 cents, all the way from $14, more or less. All right, guys. So here's the other reason why I'm not going to say that that's a wave 2, to let you guys know. I know this is looking kind of messy, but this is what you kind of project, what I would project with Enjin Coin based on the data that everything's going on. Now, if you look at it down here at the weekly or this 3-day chart, it's down here pretty low. It's probably not going to break that. It might, but I don't think so on the 3-day chart. That looks good. Down low, you can see here on the weekly, it's right there. It's taken everything out all the way from its original cycle on this first wave right here. It's taken everything out. So it's getting ready to work on something to get out of there. Okay. With the price target of, right near $5, or let's say you picked it up for 35 cents up there, 15 to 15x. And it's going to take it some time to get up there. Don't expect to get up there in 2 months. Now, I show you something why this is not a wave 2, or it's probably not going to be a wave 2. Okay, guys, here's the problem. I'll show you by putting the waves together. You got to make sure it makes sense. So some may say that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Okay. Some may go like this, and this is 2, right? So now it's going to go into a 3. Okay. So the problem now arises. The 3 is going to be much higher. Okay. Way higher. So if I take a fib extension on this, this way right here, and go back down, now you're going to be looking at price targets way up here as an example. Okay. As an example, your targets would go much higher. I'm just putting that as an example. So now the issue will arise where you have a 1, 2 back here, and now you have a 3, 4, 5. You see the problem now? Why that second wave is not going to work for a coin like this, because it's getting too ridiculously crazy, where technically this will probably be at $500 or $1,000 if I keep going up like that. And also too, if I use this whole thing, let's say I use, this is 1, 2, this is 3, 4, 5, like that, right? Where a lot of people are going to say it. So now I have 1, 2. So now here's my 3 again. I'm going back into a 3. Okay, let's say it corrects down there like this, all the way back down to say 10 cents, because it's going to need to get down low enough. So now I'm going to take my fib extension and check that. And where's this price target going to be? Well, it's going to be way up here into the $100 or so areas, guys. You know, now the wave, it's not going to be making sense for it to be a wave 2 now, because now you have another one back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You really think it's going to go from, say, 10 cents or 15 cents all the way up here to $124, $200, and maybe even to $500? Doesn't make any sense, guys. That's why you got to project some of this stuff out and check it out and with the waves to see if it's going to make any sense with your Elliott waves. And making this a second wave makes no sense at all. It would make it way, way too bullish. Like I said, everybody's all worried about interest rates. This is why people are changing. They're going off the media and they're changing their narrative to the charts. Oh, high interest rates and inflation is a problem. This must be wave 2. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They're not going off the data. It's got to be a wave 2 because of that reason. Okay, that's not how you do data. That's not how it works. So this is actually more reasonable if you project it out of along back to $5 and then back down to $1 and then possibly back up to $12. That's a reasonable expectation with Enjin Coin, guys. All right, that's pretty much the end of my video. Dragged it out. Hope you grabbed your cup of coffee and enjoyed it a little bit and learned something. But now you have targets. I'm going to leave this video up. It's going to be up for the next I'm just going to leave it up, and then we're going to come back and maybe review this, and we'll see what happens, if I'm right or if I'm wrong. But you know what? I have a feeling. I feel a lot more confident about this than I do XRP, but I have a feeling I'm pretty close to being right. Thanks for watching. Drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.